We are from Omaha, Nebraska. I am Brooke Barcel. We are the Backline. We are live. This is Tuesday. We've been doing this every Tuesday since we got shut down. It's okay though. It's okay because we all got to meet each other. Everybody unmute yourself and just take turns ish. Tell everybody where you're from tonight.
Chicago, Illinois.
Toronto, Canada.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Hell
yeah. and much more. Wow, this is gonna be fun. I've got 40 something ish comedians. We all get 3 minutes. We're gonna do a 1 minute round at the end. Before that, I just gotta talk to you about a few things. First of all, I know you can feel it. I just give it off. It's a vibe, right? It's like a vibe, right? It's this pigtail energy. Is it? Maybe. It might be something else. There might be something else going on, lurking underneath. It's my big clit energy. Yeah. I mean, like, you just feel it. You just feel it. And like, I was thinking about this, so then I had to start investigating. I'm like, maybe is it big? Like, so I was doing some research, just, because when you're a comedian, you just research what you're researching, and I just needed to research it for comedy purposes. So I was looking at pictures of flowers and bulbs. They do a hoodectomy, like a surgery to cut back. It's like, why would you take the petals away from the flower? Like, that's the prettiest part. Like you just want like a hole. I'm not saying that my clit's big, okay? I'm saying the clit energy, and my clit likes to accessorize. Like dress her up, put on a hood, wings, cape. I mean, it's not pierced, but it could be. Like, there's fun things. There's just, I'm gonna change topics super fast because but I do want to keep playing with that. I feel like there's something. There's probably like a big something. Like, if I find it, I'll just push real hard on it. It might be like a.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I said 3 minutes, and I want to maybe do 2 bonus rounds tonight. Okay, so I've got a list. Our next comedian, he's very, very funny, very different, which I love. You guys be yourself. That's the baddest, most awesomest thing you can do in the whole world. Put your hands together for Brooke and Natalie and the tutors really fast. Cool. Our next comedian comes from Atlanta. Okay, has a Trump song on YouTube. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Has a Black Trump song on YouTube. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Manny Hodge, aka Black Trump.
Woo! All right. Hey, first off, I want to say that I'm not wearing blackface like Jimmy Fallon. All right. Talking about Obama so much turned me black. I have Villalago like Michael Jackson, but the opposite. Listen, I want to talk about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is so old, he went to school with Jesus. Bernie Sanders is so old. On his driving license, he has dinosaurs in the background. Yes. And I want to talk about Kanye West. I know you saw him ranting on Twitter yesterday. Oh my God. He said his life is like the Get Out movie. I guess Kris Jenner is sitting there with the teeth, sending them to the sunken place. Crazy. His wife is going to divorce him and take half. Oh my God. He's going to be on TMZ, depressed and stressed out. This is crazy. Kanye West is the real Black Trump. Oh man. Hey, I want to talk about Stormy Daniels. I know you guys heard the rumors. Stormy Daniels is a porn star. Did you know that? She's also doing stand-up. That's funny because the last time I saw her, she was laying down. Oh man. Stormy Daniels has been slammed on her back more times than a game of dominoes. Yes. And I want to talk about Joe Biden since he's always hating. You know, I just brought out some t-shirts. As you can see, he said, "You ain't black. You can purchase them on my website. You ain't black if you don't vote for him, damn it. Hey, Joe Biden, you aren't either." Oh, man. And I ran into Hillary Clinton downstairs. I said, "What's the best way to contact you?" She said, "By email." Yes. And I want to talk about Obama. Asking to see Obama, his birth certificate is like Kevin Hart not playing the same guy in every movie. You know what I hate? All right, all right. Damn it. Kevin Hart is scared and overdramatic in every damn movie. I'm tired of this, damn it. And you know what? I want to talk about who else? Oh, my niece, she just put out a book on me. Did you hear about that? She sold 900,000 the first week. What the hell? This is crazy. I can't believe people are allowing bad news and fake news to talk about me. I'm sick of this damn. Oh my God. I've been watching a lot of South Park because, you know, I've been stuck in the house. South Park, you know, what's his name? Cartman is the worst guy of all time. Ski your basket. That guy's always making fun of people. Cartman is a horrible person. And last thing I'm gonna leave with this, I'm gonna talk regular since I only got 3 minutes. So if there's any Hollywood directors, I'm trying to trial for the Leprechaun movie, okay? Because I'm 5'3", and the original Leprechaun was 4'9". So it's called The Leprechaun in Atlanta. Hey, what's up, man? I just tripled the stock. A leprechaun. What, man? That's a myth. Hold on, he's downstairs. Give me the coin now, please. Yes, that's my time, guys. Now back to Trump. Vote for me, damn it.
Put your hands together for me, Hodge, aka Black Trump. If you want to, and this is for all the performers during your set, if you go to the Twitch live stream and you post your like Instagram handle or like your YouTube link, stuff like that, it'll pop up on the Facebook live stream and the YouTube live stream if you put it on the Twitch chat. Very, very funny. One more time. I laughed really hard because halfway through that, I'm like, this is like reverse blackface. Like, really unique. Haven't ever seen that before. Cool. Off to a very, very fun start. Wow. Our next comedian, she's a hoot. She comes to us from Portland, Oregon. She's having a new open mic. It's hosted by 3 good people. Yeah, and it's right after this one. So if you get done early and you're like, I like Zoe, she's cool. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Zoe Provo.
Woo! I am here only to promote my new open mic that's hosted by good people. That feels illegal, right? Is that what I put in the comments? Did I specifically say good people? I think I made poor Brooke read. I made her call me a good person. I was like, I just want to hear somebody call me a good person. Yes, one thing fell down and I didn't pick it up for 3 days, and now everything's fallen down. You found that experience also? What is this? I just noticed this was here. What it is my box full of washi tape. Okay, back to my promotion. After this, I'm so tired. Why am I so tired? After this, just find me, message me. I'll DM all of you. But I get nervous, so I probably won't. This feels like I feel like I'm trying to do like a Hollywood Squares Family Feud. No, not Family Feud. Family Feud is bad. Like a Hollywood Squares, what's the other one? Match Game kind of thing. You know, where they team up and they try to just promote lots of misogyny and racism. I've been watching so much old game shows because I can't sleep. I yield my time.
Okay.
That's how much a good person I am.
Okay. Put your hands together for Zoe, everybody.
Right.
I like it when she's like, woo, where are we? She plays with the fact that she's in a box. But not today. That's okay. On deck is Christine. Our next comedian comes from the New England area. I think you'll like him very much. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen, Bill Douglas.
Woo, 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 woo. All right. Thank you, Brooke. Good evening, everybody. You know, here in New Hampshire, we're in the middle of a big drought, and they're banning all fireworks. So I turned to my wife. I said, sorry, honey, looks like you won't be able to kiss me for a while. She goes,
Hey.
why? Are they banning disappointment? So as a teacher, I worry about the attention span of today's kids. I'm not saying it's an epidemic, but I heard the folks at Minute Rice are working on 10-second rice. You know, when I do a show for a young audience, I have to shorten my one-liners. I use individual words. Funny. Laugh. More. Sometimes I want to say, hey, I wrote the jokes. I'm performing the jokes. Can't you at least laugh at the jokes? So I'm trying to improve my diet, eating a lot of sardines, very high in omega-3s. I tell you, those little guys are packed in like themselves. So I don't think you know that, Brooke, I am a member of Procrastinators of America, and I am inviting all of you to our Y2K party. You're all invited. You know, nothing's worse than a reform procrastinator. They always have to brag about stuff like, I cross bridges before I come to them. I shut the barn door when Seabiscuit was still a foal. The worst one, I finished all my Christmas shopping before the resurrection.
No.
That's pretty early. So I remember in Sunday school, we had this test on idols. Should have been easy. They were all false. I love woodworking, and a friend sent me a video of this workshop, but I watched and nothing was happening. Finally, I saw the little sign, the Devil's Workshop, which explained the idle hands. The guy that poured my garage foundation did a lousy job. Whenever it rains, a puddle forms by the door, and it's shaped like a vagina. The other day, I called my wife over. I'm like, honey, does this look like a vagina? And she's like, why? Because the dick's looking at it? Thank you very much. I'm Bill Douglas.
All right. Thank you, Bill, from New Hampshire. No? Yes? New England area-ish. Cool. I thought so. Our next comedian is very, very funny. She has a show. She got heckled pretty hard and took it like a champ. Very, very fun. Put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Christine Olivas.
Yes, I did get heckled, so please be nice tonight. Just make up for it. So speaking of nice, my ex-husband used to watch like hours of gonzo porn instead of having sex with me. Hours. I know. Crime against humanity. And when I confronted him about it, he's like, but Christine, I crop out a picture of your face and I put it over the bodies of the actresses. And I'm like, please don't give me a gaping bleached asshole without my consent. I'm proud of my tight dark anus, okay? Like, do not use my face over those bodies without my consent. I know Brooke is very concerned about kids being home alone. I was homeschooled until I was 14, so you are absolutely right. We need supervision. I was homeschooled, though, by my fundamentalist Christian parents. They homeschooled me until I was 14. Homeschooling is actually a lot like quarantine. We were home all the time, nothing to do except masturbate. The only difference is now I'm an adult and I have disposable income, and I bought a nice vibrator instead of using the back of my mom's electric toothbrush. Don't worry though. She always had a lot of plaques. She didn't notice when I put it back. I promise. But yeah, we were literally part of a cult. So this is a true story, which they required everyone to be homeschooled. And it's weird because this cult was actually based in LA, which seems like an odd place to start a cult. It's not the Bible Belt. It's like Hollywood in the 80s. But like honestly, people from LA and Christians have a lot in common. They are both name droppers. Like people from LA will be like, "Oh, do you know Simone De La Rue, my trainer who helped tone Chrissy Teigen's thigh gap?" And Christians would be like, "Do you know Jesus? He's my personal Lord and Savior." It's a bunch of star fuckers, Christians, really. Yeah. After, let's see, what else? Yeah, my dad was also a minister in this church, which is like triple threat, homeschool cult minister. Being a minister, Black Donald Trump is actually, being a minister's daughter is a lot like being the daughter of President Trump. Hateful people love your father. People think your mothers are in prison against their will, and they both fucking love pussies, okay? The only difference is that Trump likes to grab them. My dad likes to round him up and send him to hell so he doesn't get tempted. Build a wall, keep the dirty vulvas out. That's what I'm saying. And after all this, people are like, Christine, why are you an atheist? Don't you believe in anything? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I believe in coming. That's my time. Thank you.
What a good thing to end on. My gosh. What a good thing to end on. I was just thinking about what a nice thing that would have been to end on. I don't always. Well, is Katie here? We might have to switch things a smidge because Anthony needs a smidge of time and we didn't see Katie. So it's Ian Zandy, you might be on deck. Just a heads up. Our next comedian's from Detroit. So funny, silly, goofy, original, kind of like you. And you. Oh, and you. And you too. Ha! Look at that. I know you're waving at me. I found you. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. Aaron!
Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm Aaron. My parents spelled my name with 2 A's because they thought I was going to be an alcoholic. Thanks, Mark and Rita. Addiction runs in my family. It started when I was 6. I got hooked on phonics. I can spell superior spermicide prophylactic without looking at the box in the drugstore. I'm practicing social distancing from my family. Some people put 2 meters between themselves. I put 21 years and 2,000 miles between us. You know, just to be safe. My brilliance outshines everyone. It's glaringly obviously. It's not working. Terrible. I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. And I realized I switched my Nair bottle with the Rogaine in the shower. That explains the 70s disco bush down below. My wife and I have been locked down for 3 long months. She said I walked around this house too quietly, and I scared her several times. She said, "That's it, mister. You're wearing corduroy shorts from now on." Unfortunately, it caused a bushfire. Talk about a dickno inferno. I've hit midlife teen crisis at almost age 50. I still get zits. My voice is starting to crack. And all I can think about is crazy cougars. I can't wait to get my fake ID to get into AARP to get the discounts at Denny's Grand Slam breakfast. When I was born, there was a mix-up at the hospital. I was given to my poor family instead of Bill Gates. And I found out my family tree was condemned by Ancestry.com. They considered it a hazard and gave me a sample roundup. I knew every time my parents had sex, I could hear the bed springs creaking. You couldn't forget that. I used to yell, "Come on, guys, use your own damn bed." I just recently got some high-priced tickets for Indecent Exposure, Reckless Driving, and I Can't Drive 55. The show's at the courthouse next Friday.
Mhm.
You know what? I've been lifting people's spirits lately. It's a rewarding experience. So far, I got 2 fifths of Jack and a fifth of Captain Morgan show for my efforts. My time.
Hey, Ron. Hopefully he'll put his social media in the Twitch chat, and then you can just follow him. Yeah, follow him all over the place. Watch him. Our
Watching me
next
somewhere.
comedian. Let's see. I'm just gonna pick one. Probably gonna pick. All right. So our next comedian is from Hollywood. He's Ian Zandy on the Twitter. I've seen him on Instagram. Pretty fun to watch, fun to follow. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ian Zandy.
Hey.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, I'm on it too much. Hi, good to see you.
Hi.
Like Christine was saying, I was also homeschooled like the whole way through. I hated it. I mostly taught myself all the subjects. My parents did teach me one thing though. They taught me science. They taught me, Ian, the world does not revolve around you. And they were wrong, so they didn't even know science. So, no, usually at the beginning of the set, I check in with everyone. You know, how we doing tonight? That sort of thing. I know how we're all doing. Just okay. Like nobody's doing fantastic. If you're doing a fantastic in 2020, like probably a bad person. You're probably a bad person if you're doing anything better than good. Like if you're doing fantastic for any reason at all, I'm skeptical of you. I'm afraid of you. Yeah, everything's so bad that I'm not surprised by things anymore. Like if I woke up tomorrow and they're like, oh, by the way, Ian, giraffes can sting you now. Be like, yeah, that checks out. They can sting you and it tastes like Jell-O. Yeah, okay, sure, why not? That checks out. I'm the kind of person, even in the before times, like go to a concert at the Hollywood Bowl down the street, see a band, they're like, how are we doing tonight? I don't know what band that is. You make up your mind. You can pick whatever band you want that to be. They're like, how are we doing tonight? Everyone's like, woo! I'd be in the back. Not okay. I tell the truth. I'm by myself at Death Cab for Cutie concert on a Friday night. You do the math. I like being single, especially now. I don't know. I like to reflect on like past relationships, you know, and I've come to an important conclusion. I don't miss my exes. I miss my ex's pets. You know, I get a lot of things done, you know, being single. I save money. Some people see it as being quirky, though. I don't think that's the same thing, thrifty and quirky. Like, oh, he's taking the bus. It's so quirky. No, I'm just saving a nickel, man. Man, he's eating a whole pizza by himself. That's so quirky. No, man, I'm meal prepping. He has red hair. Yeah, because nobody's telling me not to. Look like a rejected member of Blink-182. I'll close on this bit. I'm vegetarian because of course I fucking am. So I don't understand the concept of beef jerky, you know? What was the inventor of that thinking? Yeah, I really like eating the dead animal, but I really wish it would fight back. You know, make me feel like I earned it. A little bit of tug of war. Thank you.
Woo!
Breathe.
One more time for Ian Zandy. Follow him on the Twitter and the Instagram, and in real life, if you're able, if you maybe I don't know, maybe you can Google search him and find where his address is. The world is wild, you guys. The world is wild. You actually might be able to see through my window on Google Maps. I don't think so, but it's a possibility. Why did I say that? Lots of people are watching. Don't do that. That's so dumb. Like I'm not actually in that picture. The picture was taken a long, long time ago. It's weird. We're just on a grid. Wow. Wow. Speaking of wow, I just looked at the list. Wow. Okay, you guys are in for a treat. I mean, like, the whole thing is a damn treat. You guys are getting all plumped up on snacks, except you're snacking on, like, fucking hilarity. Wow. All right, our next comedian comes to us from Phoenix, Arizona. Please put your hands together for the very funny Angus.
Oh yeah! Oh shit! Oh yeah! What up, guys? Oh yeah, shit! Yo, what up, guys? My name is Angus. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Yeah! And for all those who don't cuss, can I get a oh yeah, baby?
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's what I like. Oh yeah, shit. What? Okay, yo. So my name is Angus. Brooke is my best friend. Is that right, Brooke?
Yes.
Yo,
Fuck yes.
Oh yeah, KJ's my best friend too. No offense, Brooke. I love everyone.
Good.
Yeah. What about Natalie? Oh shit, Natalie got the face mask on. Oh yeah, man. You know I've given a few face masks in my time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With consent, man. Always with consent. I got my permission slip. Got my permission slip right here. Oh wait, no, that's an update to the restraining order Brooke got on me. Sorry, Brooke. You know
Thank
I love
you for
you.
respecting it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you call respect, then we're cool. You know, I respect you. You're a good person. Hey, but you know, I gotta tell you guys before I go. Okay, listen. Okay, don't tell anyone this. Okay, what am I looking for? Hold on. Let me get my comfort toy. Yeah, his name is Sexy Man. This guy makes me feel good when I'm anxious. Which is right now. You guys, okay, listen. You ready? Okay. You guys, I'm running from the law right now. Yeah, that's right. I'm running from the law. Yeah, what? I'm running from the law. Yeah, I've been running from the law my whole life. You know, popped out of my mom, and then I was like, you know what? You know, I'm a felon. I know I'm a felon. I'm meant to be a bad boy, and that's what I am. I'm a bad boy. Isn't that right, Sexy Man? Yeah, baby. All right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, but I hope that Brooke is there. You know what I'm saying? I hope Brooke is there. Wait, you know what? Hold on. I'm losing my confidence. Hold on. Oh shit, my confidence is back. Okay, I'm back, baby. All right, can I get a? All right, when I say but, you say stuff. But stuff. When I say Angus, you say beef. Angus.
Beef.
Angus.
Beef.
When I say Angus and Brooke should be an item one day, only if Brooke allows it, you say, hell yeah. When we should be Brooke and Angus should be an item one day.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. My name is Angus. You guys have been great. Peace. Yeah.
Angus Wisson, aka Juno Wisson, aka on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, probably. Follow so that your life is better. My gosh, imagine that, but like in animation and voices and characters. Like, sky is the limit for this. Oh, and everyone, damn, wow, I love you.
I love you too.
That was wild. Last week we got singing toilet paper during the bonus round. So.
Oh yeah.
All right. Our next comedian is from London and wants to promote fun times because fun times. Please put your hands to the screen. No, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Peter Innocente.
Woo!
So, doing all these shows on Zoom, I've effectively become a sassy cam girl, minus the dildo. And I ain't hating on the cam girl industry. It's basically girls with daddy issues entertaining guys with mommy issues. I blame their parents. If Zoom is the future of stand-up, I'll need to monetize my show. So the most popular sites on the web are usually cam girls and gambling. May I present Strip Joker? Every time I get a laugh, I'd remove a piece of clothing. The trick is, dressed like an Eskimo. You're bound to get a good half-hour set. Dollars. Call me. Truth is, people want to see skin. Why do you think Game of Thrones was so popular? They came for the boobs, and they got flash of Hodor's cock. Boom. I mean, in my show, I ain't gonna wear a cashmere jumper. I mean, who fantasizes about fucking a Muppet? My country might be run by one, but I wouldn't want to fuck him. No, Bojo. Fact is, sexy sells. Would anybody believe how bootylicious Beyonce is if she did the video in a trench coat? I mean, how sexy is Columbo? Hey, can you handle this? I mean, I reckon I'd have an advantage on the cam girls for views. I'm a double-edged sword. I'm sexy and I'm sassy. I got your mama jokes for days. Have you ever heard of a cam girl tell a joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? It's Mrs. Vagina. No. To paraphrase Sigmund Freud, it's always about your mama. And believe it, I can do sexy. In these days of body positivity, what does RuPaul say? If you can't love yourself, then who the hell is gonna watch your cam show? That's me. Thank you very much. Good night.
Wow, we are having fun, aren't we? Yeah, it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. Some of the people that we were like, oh no, but they figured it out. Their Wi-Fi is good. So on deck is Matthew Lowe. No, on deck is Anthony. Anthony is on deck. Our next comedian coming to the stage, gosh, is from Massachusetts. Has their performance at the Dow Studio on 8/8 at 8. Whoa, shit. That's gonna be spiritual as fuck. Wow. 8 + 8 + 8 is a multiple of 3. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Matthew Lopez.
Hey guys, I just want to start out by saying thank you for having me and to let you know that this show has been brought to you by Corona Extra Virus, which was made possible by the assholes that don't wear masks in public. Anyways, speaking of assholes that don't wear masks in public, white people who don't see color also think that bias is called an astigmatism, which makes sense considering they have the inability to see the truth out of one eye, but the ability to see race out of the other. That's right, I'm from Massachusetts, and a little fun fact about me, my last name is Lopez, and I know what you're thinking, red hair, Lopez, Jewish, but I am. And if you couldn't already tell by the sound of my voice, that's right, I'm from Boston. No, I love how times are changing. For example, the other day I went into a bank without wearing my mask and they said, take the money! It was really weird. So let's see, what else do I got for you guys? Oh, having a conservative side of the family, my family is really interesting. They don't really understand LGBTQ rights. And the one Christmas, I thought it changed. You see, I sat down at the table and they said, we don't talk about sex in this house. And I said, finally, you agree that sex shouldn't be mentioned because it differs from gender and you understand these rights. And that's when I stopped talking to myself in the bathroom, went back out to the table and said, oh yeah, sex that I always have with my girlfriend. I love very much. All right, let's see here. Sorry, I literally just ran in from work, so I'm like still trying to gather myself. Gay joke, Holocaust joke, Holocaust. Okay, I'm gonna start a new regime for awareness, and I'm gonna call it the KKK, which stands for Kindness, Knowledge, and Children. Now, and on this one, I love how people have the ability to describe things differently from the actual reality that they live in. For example, the only people that ever call it the little girls' room are obese women. I call it the little boys' room. One time, and being gay, I have the cops knocking on my door saying, "Where is it? Where's the room with the little boys?" Thank you.
It's actually just down the street, and then it's like in the alley there's a little, just kidding, that's terrible. That's really terrible.
My God.
Child trafficking is real and it needs to be stopped. If you know anything, you need to speak up about it, for real. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh, I think it's funny that like some people care like how they look like on the Zoom and try to find really good angles, and then there's like Cody Webb. Okay. Our next comedian. Everyone's looking through the gallery trying to find Cody. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Anthony Woodhouse Jr. the third.
Hey, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, Matthew Lopez, man, you was talking about the Boston accent. I thought that was like smart pop. You could park your car right here, park your car, smart pop. You know, but he had a different slightly accent. But that was probably a pun. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I wanted to peep you guys out, man, do a little bird watching. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bird watching, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you guys know about that bird watching. Bird watching is in, yeah. Saw a Cocker Spaniel, thought it was, when did bird watching become dog watching? That's my question. Man, you guys know the Washington Redskins, they're changing their name due to the controversy surrounding the name. And the new proposed name is the Maryland Redskins. Yeah. Keith Heading told me that joke. One time I was on this TV show called 60 Days in Jail, and I had to go to jail for 60 days. And I used to spend my time playing basketball. And there was a guy on the other team, he would always travel the basketball. Like basically a penalty, you just don't dribble, you just hold it. And everybody was intimidated by this guy. And finally I got fed up, man. He was traveling the basketball. I finally said, "Hey man, that's a travel. That's a travel." I got fed up, man. He said, "Who said I travel? Who said I travel?" He like wanted to fight. I said, "Nah, man, I ain't say you travel. I said, I want to travel when I get out of here. I want to go to London, Germany, Minnesota." So I just started naming. I like that. I like that. Yeah, you guys know Kanye West, man. He made that statement, something about Harriet Tubman. It sounded like he was doing stand-up comedy to me, because he was like, actually, Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just took them to go work for other white people. I was like, damn, that kind of sound like stand-up, man. And I ran into Kanye, man. I was like, what's up with that, Kanye? What's up with that? Why you say that? He said, you didn't see the movie Harriet Tubman? I said, nah, I didn't see it. He said, you ain't got the answer, Sway. Keith Heading told me that joke. Sway in the morning, reference from Kanye's little situation. Anyway, I like that they're taking the Quaker Oats. They're taking the older black lady, Ain't Your Mama, off the box. I thought this was a good idea. I was like, okay. But then I found out they're going to put an older black man on it and call it Ain't Your Daddy. Somebody was feeling me in there. I don't know. I see somebody laughing over there. Yeah, man. Anthony Woodhouse Jr. third. Thank you. 5 seconds. I was watching the clock. She's shaking it, but I see it. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks.
Anthony Woodhouse Jr. the third, everybody. However you want to express your joy, you do it like that. Yeah. You can snap, you can wiggle, you can go, woo, 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 woo. You could go, fuck yeah. Or you could be like, oh yeah. All right. Our next comedian is the queen of radical comedy from Chicago. has wonderfully become like a regular here at this open mic. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, KJ Whitehead.
Hello, everyone. Wow, my time is now. It is great to see you all. In front of it actually is a diverse audience. That's way different from what I usually do in Chicago. So it's great to see you all. A side note, fuck Kanye West. Back to my set. I'm happy to see. I had some thoughts. I want to share them with you all because Halloween is one of my favorite holidays ever. I feel like white guys named Jim cannot dress as the Crow for Halloween. Can't say nigga either, but I thought that was a given. Carmela got it real quick. I also believe that some white women like Lizzo so much because they finally have a black friend that they can pause at any time. Okay, that's way more funnier to me. And Jimmy's Grim, yeah, you got that one too. So I'm trying to grow up and actually to make the most of the rest of my 20s. I'm 28 now, so I'm still young, but I'm also at the age where I have to stretch before rough sex. That's something I never thought I'd I worry about getting older, but I don't worry too much because black don't crack, but milk does spoil. I'm also getting to the age where I'm going to parties now, and at parties there are people who sniff their drink before they taste it. So I went to one party, and there's this person there who had a drink. They were holding it underhand like this, so I knew the conversation was going to be interesting. And so I went up to them, and they said, well, my great-great-grandfather developed a special taste in scotch that we developed in Edinburgh in the late 1800s, and we still drink to this very day. And I said, well, my uncle knows where to get the best crack on the south side of Chicago. I have a feeling that's not where this conversation was going at all. What is your number? What can I do? Okay, I got distracted by someone's mic. Well, okay. More time to the room. Bye, everyone.
Keep it going for KJ Whitehead. Go to her website, follow the Instagram. Yeah. I bet she'll even travel and whenever we're all allowed to again. Yeah. Cool. We've got, 30 something left. We're having a good time. It don't matter. All that matters is now anyways, right? That's the only thing that's real. And I noticed that if you're happy, you can do anything pretty much. Anywho, you guys are helping with that. So thank you. I can do this because of you. Our next comedian comes to us from Denver, Colorado. Very, very funny. Been seeing him all around on Zoom. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Jake Hovis.
Howdy. Thanks for having me. I'm married, and my wife is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Aw.
And I've been to Red Lobster. Like during the endless shrimp, where they bring you so much shrimp that you start to sweat clarified butter. But I ended up marrying the second person that I ever dated, which means my shirt size has more X's than I do. And I remember that first girlfriend, though. She would always ask stupid questions like, would you still love me if I had a face tattoo? What? No. I don't love you now. I'm just excited that you work at Chili's. Anyway, my wife is getting on my case, a little bit. She's like, you need to go outside. You need to get some fresh air. You go, why don't you ride a bike? That seems like a good activity for you. And I'm afraid. Like I'm scared because like the bike, the seat, it's like only like that big. It comes to a point, you know? I'm afraid that the bike is going to enter me. Like go inside, you know? I'll have to have the neighbor boy come by and help yank it out. He already comes by to help my wife fold my underwear. We used to have an honor guard do it. They would fold it in a triangle and hand it to her on behalf of a grateful nation. She's like, well, why don't you do one of those banana seats? I'm like, that's the worst possible shape. Anyway, trying to spread the joy a little bit. I started a dating app for people who love cheese. I'm calling it Craft Singles. I think some of you would really like it. All the guys on it are shredded. Now, if I eat too much cheese, my wife will call me Jupiter because I'm a gas giant. And that's a rare fart and planet joke without saying Uranus. Yes.
Yeah, but then you did. But then you did. Please put your hands together one more time for Jacobin. Yep, probably got all sorts of shows going on. So if you follow him, he might post it and then you can watch it and then you can laugh like again and again. And what happens when you laugh is you burn calories and then your stress goes down and then your risk for disease goes down too. What? Yeah, weird. Dang, that's rad. Very cool. All right, moving down the list. Our next comedian's from Toronto, Canada. Watched her make some pancakes on Sunday morning on the Facebook Live. That was fun. Apparently, her YouTube channel just got 100 views. I mean, followers. So since I just said that, you guys can follow her YouTube channel, and then maybe it has 125 followers. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Kelly Zemnikas.
Hey everyone. Hello. So a fun fact about the old Kelster here. Apparently, I have an unremarkable vagina. Yeah, I have my physical. My doctor told me that. She was like, "You're in good health, but the vagina's unremarkable." And if you're wondering why, apparently it's because I've never had children. So I guess medically, this thing is just coasting. You know, it's like the kid who moves back home after college, just hangs out in the basement, watches Netflix. That's my vagina. So I've been wondering, you know, like how on earth do I make this thing remarkable? You know, what do I do? Teach it Spanish? Maybe? Not sure. You know, go back next year for the appointment, be like, so I still don't have kids, but if you listen closely, it says por favor. And I think that's remarkable. So we'll see if it works. I'm also a foodie. I'm definitely one of those types. And I find in the summer, I try to keep it light, nothing too heavy, you know. And I always feel bad every summer for the cantaloupe. I know it sounds weird, but I do. Because cantaloupe is never our first choice for melon in the summer. Just isn't, you know. No one's ever jonesing for like a cool glass of cantaloupe juice, you know, because that sounds disgusting. It kind of does. I kind of feel like cantaloupe is the third Jonas brother. It sort of is, you know, because you know there's three, but it's not Nick and it's not Joe. It's that one. That's the cantaloupe, basically. I think. Yeah. As a single gal doing the dating in these times is super weird, and I'll just put a request out to the men in the room, guys. Enough with the penis portraits. Yeah, the dick pics. I think we're good. I don't know if you got the memo, but they are not photogenic. They are not. They don't look good on their own there in the breeze. It's kind of like trying to photograph, I don't know, shawarma or meat on a stick, you know? Hard to make that look good, guys. It really is. You know, because like I have yet to walk by a restaurant with a giant picture of some shawarma in the window and thought, I want that inside me. You know, hasn't happened. It needs to be stuffed inside something, you know, like bread, basically. Anyways, that's my time. I'm Kelly Semnikas. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Someone was asking about landscapes. I feel like if you just like have like a bare hill, like why would you want to explore a bare hill, right? There needs to be like trees and bushes and labias. No. Or whatever. It's shouldn't be like a stump is all I'm saying. Our next comedian comes from Raleigh, North Carolina. First time here. Very excited. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Byron Johnson.
Hello, everyone. As Brooke said, my name is Byron from Raleigh, North Carolina. Give you guys a little bit more information about me. My son just turned 1 yesterday, and thank you. It's really cool to have a kid for 1 year because you learn a lot of lessons from them. Like over coronavirus, during COVID, I've learned some important lessons from him. Like when you put your kid to bed at night, I used to smoke marijuana, but I had to stop because you find yourself in these really weird moments after you put your kid to bed where you smoke marijuana and you're playing with his toys and you're wondering things like, do I really know my ABCs? But coronavirus has been an interesting time because like most things, you start to realize that there are winners and there are losers. Winners during coronavirus are obviously deadbeat dads. It's a great time for anyone who did not want to spend time or money with their children because now they can just use the excuse of not having a job or social distancing to keep them away from that. The losers during coronavirus are polygamists. I think having all that guaranteed sex in-house seemed like a good idea until you couldn't leave the house. Then it all falls apart. I have one wife, and I can guarantee you that it falls apart pretty quickly. Because you think you're going to be living sort of a rock star situation with your wife, but then you realize you're a little too old for that. You just can't do it like you used to. Hanging out with a woman over 30 is a lot like hanging out with a gremlin. You may think you're going to have a lot of fun, but the reality is that if you feed her or get her wet after midnight, I guarantee the next day you're going to have a monster on your hands. Let's see. I'm married now, but before I got married, I was actually hanging out at a bar with a young lady one night, and she says, and we were just getting to know each other. And I said, well, before we go, before we go any further, I'd like to let you know a little bit about me. My name is Byron. And she says, well, before we go any further, Byron, I would like to let you know a little bit about me. I am a demisexual. And I said, well, I'm not sure what that is. What's a demisexual? She says, well, a demisexual is someone that can only be sexually attracted to someone once they really get to know them. And I said, that's very interesting. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Byron. Looks like maybe cancel culture is going worldwide. I think I heard on the news today that scientists in Greece saying now that perhaps Alexander was only okay. All right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Woo. Byron Johnson, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. We do this every Tuesday. Always a packed house. Hi, everyone. Don't mute yourself. Don't mute yourself. You can, unless you're being loud, right? Unless you're crunkling the ruffles and the potato chips and cool. We've got actually Michael Clare showed up, right? So we're gonna have him go. We're gonna have him just go right now. We're just going to have him go right now. Yeah, there you go. Good job on putting your video on. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Michael Clare.
Hey, everybody. Brooke, thanks for doing this. I just realized this is the only open mic I've ever seen that has closed captioned, like live. Did you know that you actually are doing that?
I've seen it sometimes, like but I just thought it was my YouTube that did it.
Okay. Well, here's my plan. I'm gonna just make a bunch of weird shit, like noises for closed captioning. So if you guys are watching on Facebook, make sure you have closed captioning on. This is my normal boring set. And Shaburkle, Urkel, Lika, Uka, Ika, la 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 la. Closed captioning. So I'm a dad, and one of the great things about my daughter is when she turns me on to new music, she actually turned me on to my favorite motivational speaker / Postmates hater / plus size model / rapper known as Lizzo, which is kind of weird for a 4-year-old. You know? Like, that's a bit of a jump on the old Spotify playlists. From Baby Shark, Baby Shark, to Are You Home, Boy? Are You Alone, Boy? Pick up your phone, boy. Come give me dome, boy. Is that everybody's Discover Weekly or just my 4-year-old daughter? I'm waiting for the phone call from daycare next week. Mr. Clare, listen, we love Nora. Real sweetheart, sweet as can be. You guys did a great job. Oh, la 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 la. Forgot about closed captioning. Fuck. La, la, la. Shika laka uka. Closed captioning. Yeah, anyways, but we love her, sweet as can be. Walking around bad bitch this, bad bitch that, a whole lot lately. And just the other day, went up to Skylar Rain on the playground and told that's the non-binary kid at my daughter's daycare that I made up because I live in Asheville, North Carolina. That's how we roll. And she went to Skylar Rain and said, "I know that you a freak too. I just want to freak you." Do you know where she's getting this from, Mr. Clare? What can I say? My sweet little poopsie is 100% that bitch. She took a DNA test and everything. Thank you, guys. Closed captioning. Blah, blah, blah,
Fucking comedians, am I right? On deck, we have Ira Claiborne. Our next comedian is from Omaha, Nebraska. We do have a couple of those tonight. It's so cool, though. We have people from all over. I love you guys. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Carmela Anderson.
How's everybody doing tonight? First, I want to say, Kelly, be proud of your vagina, girl.
Yay!
Be proud of your vagina. Because when you get a little bit older, the lips get longer, Kelly. You go to look down there and it look like a bat's been hiding in your cave. Where those little lips come from? I don't know. I'm rambling about some shit tonight. You guys ever notice when they show like the pregnancy commercials, how the lady be all happy when she find out she pregnant? For just once, I just want them to make a commercial where they show the lady taking the test, and then when she get the results, she be like, "Oh shit, I don't even remember this motherfucker's last name." God, I don't know. I would like to see a commercial like that. Listen, another little tip. When you get older, you can't trust your farts over 40. You can't do it. You can't do it. If you're not true and you know, really with your fart game, you fuck around and let a fart go if you want to. But by the time you get home and take off them panties, you'd be like, oh my God, Picasso has been finger painting in my panties. I'm just crazy. Listen, I'm gonna tell you another thing I don't trust. I don't trust bitches that wear wigs with a part. I can't see your scalp. Just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't fuck with Spanx. Spanx can't hold nothing I got. I put a pair of Spanx on, and the next thing you know, I take 2 steps, that motherfucker done rolled down again. Now that's another lump I gotta try to hide. I ain't got time for that. I just ain't got time for it. Here's one thing I want to say to men. I don't know, ladies, if you like this or not, but men, when y'all get done eating the pussy, don't come up and kiss a bitch, okay? Just don't do it. I know you be like, oh, you know, it's your pussy. Well, I know it's my pussy. But you motherfuckers act like I'll walk around and there's a spork attached to my panties and I'm just going around randomly tasting myself. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do it. No, I don't do it. Sorry, I got left. Okay. Hey, listen, here's another little tip too. Ladies with stinky kitty cats that don't know their cat is loud like a dungeon dragon. I think them bitches got COVID-19. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. Have a good night.
Keep it going for Carmela. So fun. I get to see her in real life sometimes. Hi. Got to see her on her birthday. That was cool. That was fun. Ali is next from Chicago, a new person. Right now, not a new person, but kind of haven't been on the set here in a while, so you might not remember her, but I do, and Natalie does. We've been working on a secret thing. Yeah, we've been working on a secret thing, and I don't want to tell too much, but it's going to be really, 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 really fun. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Ira Claiborne.
She's on mute.
At the beginning of every goddamn one of my sets. It's like the first fucking joke every time, but the joke's on me, god damn it. That's fine, I'm heated. Hi, my name's Ira Claiborne. I'm from Augusta, Georgia. Yep, thank you, amen, send help. If you think I really talk like this, you're ignorant, because not everybody in the South really talks like that. My name really is Ira Claiborne. I asked my mom why, and she said, because I named you after a gay Jewish man. She got 1 out of 3 right. Can't guess I'm gay. I'm not like fully gay though. I actually identify differently. I identify as gay asterisk. You know, like the little asterisk. Mine, when you read down it, would be like, mostly gay, prefers women, but would deviate for dick when you live in Augusta, Georgia, and you dated the 3 lesbians that were there at the same time. It's cool. It's cool. I've known for a really long time that I was gay. I told my mom, I said, Mom, what would you do if I were gay? And she said, do you want to eat pussy for the rest of your life? I said, yeah, that's kind of the definition of being gay. But it's cool. Like, some people still can't tell, so that's why I got the lesbian mullet. It's like business straight on top and gay party on the bottom, like me. It's cool. I mean, like, being in the South, there's a lot of, I do want to, yeah, good job, Ian. That's very good. Tell everybody that. They need to hear it. Good job, Brooke, for putting the 2 facts together, because I also had the note to tell Kelly that every vagina is remarkable. And Carmela, you really stole that from me, which is cool. Like, I honor you. It's whatever. I realized that I was gay at church. Youth group was like mostly butt stuff and like heavy gay petting. And then like Sunday church with adults was like that, but like handsy and mature. And like I went to a fruity church, so the more you sin, the more you win, because they would like lay hands on you and pray. And so I was a cunning emergent lesbian. So I would go up for prayer right between the MILFs and the DILFs, the moms and the daughters. intergenerational spirituality pouring through me. You know, they were praying the gay away, but I was praying gay okay. So that was pretty good. I just will leave you with this. Gays and Christians have more in common than you think. Some of us secretly love Chick-fil-A. We're all sinners. And we all have really strong opinions on sodomy. Yeah. Pay teachers more. Black Lives Matter. My name's Ira Claiborne.
Yay! Ira! Woo! So glad to see you. I thought there was something in my teeth earlier, but that's just how my gums are. Cool. We are having a good time. I'm already on the back half of my paper, and that's kind of sad. It's going too fast. Oh, I forgot. There's bonus rounds. I don't need to worry. You guys can keep me laughing for a while. Okay, on deck is Lenky. Our next comedian is from Chicago. First time here. Let me find the screen. There's just, 24 people in here is all. No big deal. Nope. 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 Oh, yeah, cool. All right. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Ollie Lewis.
Thanks so much. Appreciate for having me here tonight. Well, I'm going to get to it real quick. Well, Chicago's legal, so I smoke weed a lot, so I'm happy about that. It took a while. I know, it took a while, though, and I blame hip-hop because of that. I blame so taking a while because it made marijuana seem like a dangerous drug and like a tough drug, which is not. It's such a relaxed type of thing, but it's so associated with hip-hop that it took so long to get it legal. And I don't care what kind of rapper you have, if you have tattoos in your face, you smoke an indica, you're gonna be laying on your couch locked for like a few hours, drive-throughs, drive-bys. But there is a fine line between thinking, but weed is a lot stronger than what it was a few years ago. So there's a fine line thinking your house is haunted or you're just overly high. Pretty quickly because it makes you ask stupid questions like.
See a white girl in Africa, and they're like, "Oh, so
We'll figure who it is and we'll mute him.
No, it's all good. It's all good. These are amazing jokes anyway. So
yeah.
And just it's all good. No, but anyway, like I was saying, it makes you ask stupid questions like, did I leave the kitchen light on? Did I not close that cabinet? Did I light up all these candles and put them in a pentagram shape in the living room? Just question. It makes you ask questions. And since I ask questions, it makes me reflect. That's essentially why I don't kill mosquitoes anymore. And because they live very short lives. And most of that time we spend I will murk a roach real quick because a roach is very self-aware because they scatter when you cut the lights. And they're the worst kind of roommates. You guys live very separate lives. You guys really don't fuck with each other. Occasionally you might bump into the kitchen and even then it's awkward. You both go like, shit, you're still here. So yeah, I got to make some really strong life choices and move. I think I got about 40 seconds left. So I don't know how much I can do from here really quickly within that time frame. So I'm going to just concede the rest of it. Appreciate being on over here. Oh, 45 seconds left. That changes everything. I had 30 seconds, 45. We're just gonna be ripped here. We're just gonna rip. All right. People like to brag how much they read. I'm not one of those. I like to read menus because the ending is always so delicious. Yeah, because that's where I'm in this kind of life right now. I got 16 seconds more. Let's see what else I can come up with. I feel like I'm in the show. But you gotta hurry up and put a whole bunch of things in the car before the time runs out. But it's looting, I guess, But anyway, 10 seconds, 5 seconds. I feel like this is 1.
All right, please put your hands together for Ollie Lewis. Woo! Woo! Oh, and then he just went away like that. If you stick around till the end, we do a lightning round, and you get a whole another minute, and you could be like, 40 seconds. 45
I'm here.
20 seconds. 3. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'd love to have you back. This was really cool. Okay, goodbye again. On deck is Cody. We get to see him from a brand new angle. It'll be really fun. please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen the very, very funny Lenky.
Woo! Hey, hello. How are you doing?
Hello. Good.
Okay. Someone talked about weed. Okay, let's talk about that. Before, yeah, before I was a Christian, I used to do, I used to do some stuff like smoking mushrooms. Um, I know there's one time I smoked mushrooms. I don't know if what I saw was real, but you guys tell me. So I was smoking mushrooms, and then I saw my cat walking towards me, not on four legs, but two legs. And then it came towards me, and on its one hand, it had like a gun, and on its other hand, it had like weed, and then it was smoking, and it was like, so, and then it was like, can you stand up and go feed me? And then when you're done, you come and give me affection. I was like, okay, can you share the weed first? So I took the weed. I took the weed, and I smoked, and then I don't know, I think I got so high that I thought I was a surgeon because I was wearing a mask. And I went upstairs to this clinic. I started cutting up patients, and then 7 hours later, I realized that I was in no clinic. I had been standing on top of a tree, cutting wind with my toothbrush. And then my cat was down there. It was like, get out of the tree, come on, calm down. So I got down off the tree, and I realized it was not my cat, it was my neighbor's dog. Anyway, guys, was that real or
100%.
okay. Well, there was somebody who I don't know if I'm a good Christian. You guys tell me. Someone on Facebook pasted type of men if you want to see God, and I was like, okay, where are we meeting with God? I don't want to like go somewhere I cannot come back, like China. Anyway, so I think that's it from me. I'll wait for the round. Thank you.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Lenky.
Woo!
Yes. You're very, very funny.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. I think if like you just just give people time in between a lot of that stuff to laugh at you when you tell that stuff more, because that's really funny. You're funny.
Oh,
you guys are all funny. That's why I like doing this, and I don't say no to 40. Like, bring it. Okay, on deck is Geraldine. Our next comedian is from Boston, looking nice from the angle over here. Please put your hands together for Cody Webb.
So in comedy, there's this concept called punching up and punching down. Punching up is what you want to do. It's making fun of people who are more powerful than you. And punching down is the opposite. The reason I bring this up is I always get confused when I'm writing new jokes. So most of my material is about Shaq. One thing I really like about Shaq is that he'll take basically any endorsement deal. Like, if you watch sports as much as I do, you'll see him selling stuff like Icy Hot, Dove Men Plus Care, cars he clearly cannot fit inside, stuff like that. So now I think Shaq's got to have the perfect life. Like, he's super famous. He's got all this money from these commercials. He's got to have an almost perfect life. And I say almost because I think there's only one thing in Shaq's life that he wants, and that is to not be bald. I think there was a constant voice in the back of Shaq's head going, damn, I could be making so much money from shampoo commercials right about now. I'm surprised Shaq hasn't tried to sell me off-brand Viagra yet. Like, because there have been other like washed-up athletes that have done that before, but apparently Shaq has the dignity to not do that, which doesn't make any sense to me. And it's a bummer because he would be the one person I would trust to sell me boner pills. Okay? Like, okay, just picture it. Like, if Shaq had erectile dysfunction, you would need like 6 or 7 regular pills to get anything going down there, right? And so if a company made one pill that worked for Shaq, imagine what that would do for me. I'm either going to have the greatest night of my life or my heart's going to explode. Either way, I will take 3 boxes of that shit immediately. Amazon, prime that shit, all right? Let's go. So I've got good news. I've lost about 25 pounds during quarantine. Thank you. Thank you. It's much easier to abandon your 2-year-old in public when nobody's All right, thank you very much. That's my time.
Woo! The other overtime for Cody Lab. He came last time and he came back, and if he comes next week, anytime they come 3 times, you know they're a lifer. Like then our hearts are connected, and then like we just all like, who knows where we're gonna head, but I feel like we're gonna have a whole hell of a lot of fun together.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like we're all gonna meet eventually in real life around the world in different times. We'll be like, hey, remember that show? Yeah. Remember when Alex shaved his eyebrows? Yeah, there's like, wow. All right, Chino is on deck. Our next comedian is from Indianapolis, Indiana. Please put your hands together. I'm gonna find it really fast. That wasn't so hard. And then it moved. Please put your hands together for very funny Geraldine.
Happy to be here tonight. So one of the weirder things that I've realized about living through the pandemic is that like I don't particularly feel comfortable going to the grocery store right now, but I feel real safe buying weed tonight apparently. And like honestly, that's just a testament to my guy though. So like I hit this guy up today because I needed like some stuff. I was out. And I haven't bought from him in a while because I had been buying from my employee, which is not a good thing to do. That's kind of an HR nightmare. But I quit my job recently, and he's like my back pocket guy. So I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, can I come through?" And he goes, "Yes, but I have some rules." And I was like, what the fuck? Like in the 8 years that I have known you and have been like a patron of your services, there have never once been rules. And he then sends me this like screenshot. And like, you know how back in March, all those companies were sending out those emails that were like, here's what we're doing to protect ourselves and our customers in this trying time. That's essentially what he sent me. And and like all those emails came in March. The like timestamp on this was from February. He was like way ahead of the curve here, honestly. But like I show up to his house, he FaceTimes me, and he goes, "Do you prefer curbside delivery or no contact pickup?" And I was very curious. So I said, "No contact pickup, please," because I had to know. So he then like props his phone up and shows me like what he's doing. He washes his hands, puts his gloves on, bags my shit up, shows me the scale so I know what I'm getting, and then proceeds to Lysol the ever-loving fuck out of that bag. Like, it was still wet when I got it, right? And then he puts it in like this basket on his door handle. and was like, you could just swap it out for the cash. Have a good night. I was like, oh, damn. I was like, this is awesome. Like, this dude is seriously, he has gotten a customer for life. Like, I will never go to anybody else. Like, until they legalize it where I live, because then, like, I have to go to the weed Walmart at that point. Like, it's nothing personal, my dude. Like, honestly. But, like, how the fuck is he, like, why do I feel safer buying weed than going to a $1 billion company? Like, that's honestly, that is the worst snapshot of capitalism you could possibly have. But cool for me, because I feel safe doing that. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you, guys.
It's going for Geraldine. Cool. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's just cool, man. You know, it's like just cool vibes. Like you don't need to worry, right? Like when you go see the man. That's funny. That was funny stuff. Okay, on deck we've got Sharita. Our next comic is from Trenton, New Jersey. I don't think I've ever been there. I would like to travel to the Jersey Shore. I think it would be entertaining. It would be fun. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Okay. Whew. So much pressure, you know? Like just a lot of pressure. I got this though. Please put your hands together for the very funny Chino De Leon.
Woo! Hey, Brooke, you're welcome to Jersey whenever you want to come. Whenever.
Cool.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chino with 2 N's, Chino De Leon. And I do stand up. Anyway, I'm actually want to tell us. First of all, let me apologize. Last week I was on the line and I just couldn't make it on time. But anyway, apologize. I'm mad I missed Alex shaving the damn eyebrows. But I heard it was a good time, and plus I seen some of it on YouTube, so it was pretty funny. My bad. Anyway, I got to tell you something that just recently happened to me on Friday. We're getting ready to go to my cousin's graduation the next day, and I go with my cousin and we go to get some beer. We went to a bar, or not a bar, it was the slash bar slash liquor store. And these guys are talking. I mean, I'm not going to put no race, but the guy sounded like this. If you don't like it here, you go to the other country and try that bullshit. So, yeah, it perked my ears up. So now I'm like, I usually stay away from bullshit like that. But I'm like, yeah, but that's why we're in this fucking country, you know, because that's exactly our constitutional fucking rights, you know? He goes and tells me, well, Black Lives Matter is fucking bullshit up. I'm like, whoa, buddy. In my mind, in my mind, I'm like, whoa, buddy. Now it's getting heavy because he's obviously from the South. But anyway, so I talked to the guy and I'm trying to converse him. And then I'm like, look, I'm only saying this because it's the truth, sir. We're allowed to do what we do. I stand with Catholic. I stand with Black Lives Matter. I don't hate you for who you voted. And him like, who did I vote for? I'm like, Clinton. And obviously I said that as a fucking joke because we know who he voted for. So he goes, well, why does all the bullshit happen here? I'm like, look, sir, I'm nobody. All I got a voice. My voice ain't powerful. That's why I'm trying to speak to you. I want to get to know you, sir. He looks at me very serious. Like, you know what? I like you. I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. As I'm walking away, he's like, why do they always got to use the black card, the race card? So I just turned around quick, sir. If there is such a race card, it's because your ancestors made it, sir. You thought it was too high and mighty, and the only countries that were basically enslaved were the colored countries. He turned around, well, the Irish was also slaves. I said colors, didn't I? Last time I checked, the Irish are redheaded, and last time I found out was red was the color. He looked at me. When I tell you the look this man gave me is priceless. My name is Chino with 2 N's, man. I hope y'all enjoy your night. I love y'all.
Yes, Chino likes his N's like I like my O's. I don't know if that applies necessarily, but his name has 2 N's and my name has 2 N's. Okay, I'm not trying to kill the vibes. Everyone's doing great. It's been really, really fun. I love you and I love you and I love you and I love you and you're funny and you're amazing and you're hilarious and you're great and you're cool, and your glasses are cool, and your shirt is cool, and your face is cool, and your headphones are cool, and your blanket is cool, and I bet you have a cool animal. And I bet your family is really lucky to have you, even though they don't really appreciate you. They should, because you're amazing. Okay, our next on deck is Trish. Oh, that felt nice. That felt nice. Had to get some of that out. You ever feel like you're just holding it in all day? I should get a pen. Okay, I got you guys. Our next comedian, all over Zoom, just making people laugh and laugh and laugh, even when she's not even trying. She's hilarious. You're gonna have fun in 3 minutes. It keeps happening. Wow. Please put your hands together for the very funny Sharita.
Hey, I have no idea what happened to my screen. So anyway, y'all check this out. So I'm learning, right? I'm learning. I get it. L, I know what the L's for, the G, the B. I know what the T's for. You lost me at the plus sign. Does that mean we need to add more letters? A's for anal, got it. I don't know what the I's for. What I'm confused. And then recently you guys added the F. So I'm like, is the F for furs? I can dress up as a fur. I can do anal and I can dress up as a fur. But I thought about it and I was like, oh shit. Why can't you guys leave like at least the S for us? But then I found out you can't leave the S for the straight guys and girls, because now S is for swingers. What the fuck? So that's LGBTAIF and S. Like, you guys, you're taking all the letters, you know? Can I have the M for MILF? Can I keep that? The C for cougar. I'm in that category now. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, damn, there's just so many. I don't know. A for asexual. I don't even know what asexual means. Oh, wait, I thought only animals were. Wait. See how? I really thought that's not. No.
That's not what it stands for.
Oh, if I masturbate, is that asexual? No. Because I just thought that was something to do in private. I'm confused. So I have no idea how to do this dating. I don't know who to talk to. It means what? Help me out.
It just means
what does it mean?
They don't want it.
Yeah, they're not like.
No, I want sex. Do I have to put a sign that says I'm up for the other letters? Like, give me the other letters. Yes. Give me the sex. And then the worst thing is when you have a guy ask you, so you need to be warmed up? Bitch, I'm a cougar, not a Buick. What the fuck? No, you don't have to warm me up like that. Vroom, vroom. But then guys are always like, put your mouth on it. I'm like, what? You first. And then I'm single again. Like, shit. So I'm learning. So I fully support the LGBT element of P. I support you. I just don't know what team I'm supposed to be on. But I support you though, because I have kids and eventually they're gonna venture into the sex land. So I don't wanna be the parent that's trying to like be down and connect. I wanna know when my daughter comes home and her eyes are like all bright and shiny, I wanna know what she's doing, but without asking her. So help me help my kids and let me know what it is. Thank you. Love you all.
Put your hands together one more time for Sharita and all of her letters. LMNOP, OMG, LOL, OMFG.
That sounds like to
me. VS. Sorry. I totally speak I am now. Woo! Okay. On deck is Stephanie. Our next comedian has a new show. Well, she's been doing it a few months. It's once a month. It's called Is It Hot in Here? It's comedy for women over, the hot age, It's fun. It's super fun. Please put your hands. Damn it, you guys. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to your screen, Patricia Sullivan.
Hey. Greetings from Chicago. This is Mayor Lori Lightfoot. She's making sure nobody goes on the lake. We started opening up here. Now we've shut everything back down because it's still a pandemic. So, does anybody here ever travel overseas?
Yes.
Yeah, you get that jet lag.
Once in a while.
You get that jet lag. I love jet lag because it's like being high for free for days. Well, I guess it's not free, it's included in the price of the trip, but still. So I've been thinking about starting a new business after the pandemic is over. I'm thinking about starting divorce showers. I'm a divorce shower planner. You know, when people get married, they have a shower and they build a household together. And then when they get divorced, they have to split all that shit up and then they have to rebuild their own households. So I think we should have a divorce shower company. So we get registries at Macy's and Bloomies and Target and Bed Bath & Beyond and wherever the hell else, or Amazon. And then you have a party and you invite your friends. And when you're like, who should I invite? Just look at your wedding invitation list. Friend of the bride, friend of the groom. If they can't make a decision, if you can't make a decision because they were friends with both of you, give them a card and say, choose. What do I got left? So my family has so many drunks in it that we have divided it into 3 groups. There's the group who's already quit drinking. We'll call them Alcoholics Anonymous. And then there's the people in the middle that don't really drink anymore or very much, but they're married to a drunk, or they're the kid of a drunk, or the sister of a drunk. We'll call them Al-Anon. And then, then there's the people who are still drinking. We'll call them Alcoholics Unanimous. I'm in the middle group, so I have a lot of fun at family parties looking at what is he drinking? Is that what is, wait, which team is he on? It's not. So I'm going to give my time back to the room. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.
Patricia Sullivan, is it hot in here? Coming again in August. Catch her on Zoom. She might come to your room and make you laugh. She's really nice. If you need her in life, she'll be your best friend. She'll be nicer to you than your own mother. Yeah, I know this is facts. I do.
I love
on deck is James Longshore. Holy shit, you guys. This list is not getting any worse. It's just, y'all are fucking amazing. I dropped something, but it doesn't matter. Because look at what I'm gaining.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if, well, I think Stephanie's been here before. I know I've seen her on other mics.
I've been here once.
Hey. I completely misgendered Stephanie. My apologies. Stephanie is from Seattle. They are very, very funny. I know I've seen them at mics in Seattle, maybe here. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Stephanie Nom. Like we got a llama.
A llama. Hello? No one's gonna ask me how I am.
How are you?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Too late now. Well, I do have a job. I know that is a flex at an open mic, but yeah, I'm a landlord. So I thought Mike night a little cooped up and bored, you know. So yeah, so let's introduce, let's see, who's here? Mr. Meow. Here we go. Hello, everyone. I prepared today a song and dance. I have been coping through this pandemic, so yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Oh, thank you. Hello there. I got flowers.
Holy shit.
I was but no, it's just my landlord Yamita trying to prevent a rent strike. So every time I look at them, I get a little closer to organizing. So yeah, the conditions are not good here, and they're just getting worse. And they're taking advantage of the fact that it's a difficult time to get places. So it's really, really bad. Please help us out. Okay, I think that was enough of that. Yeah, I mean, I want to say just because I have generational wealth and my aunt gave me this building doesn't mean. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for Stephanie Nom. That was a trip. Wow. Just when you think you know what's gonna happen, something like that. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you. And it was well thought out. It was awesome. Cool. Cole is on deck. Our next comedian is in Bucharest, originally from New York City. This week, he is donating sales of his comic book. It's called James Bong. He's donating all the proceeds to the Brooklyn Community Bail Fund. So buy his comic book, James Bong. James is a big, big weed fan. So put your hands together for John. What the fuck?
John's my dad. He's not funny.
Hold on. Hold on. I need this. We'll do it again when he's done. Please put your hands together for James Longshore.
Hello, Omaha. How are you? Thank you for having me back, Brooke, and thank you for the plug. I am excited to be here tonight because I am a big fan of the Counting Crows song, Omaha. You know, Omaha, somewhere in middle America. Anybody know it? Yeah? The rest of you, it might just be above your age grade, you know, the reference. But don't worry, you're going to get that promotion. You're going places, I swear. I am also excited to be here because I lived in Paris as well as Romania. And my weed dealer in Romania was from Omaha, actually. And speaking of, I had to get up really early for this, like 4:20. So, you know, that means only one thing, wake and bake. Wake and bake and cake. Wake and bake and cake. It's better than just wake and bake. It's even good for people who don't smoke because you can skip the bake, go right to the cake, have a wake and cake. And everybody loves cake. And if you don't love cake, you need to smoke some weed. You know who used to smoke a lot of weed is George Michael, actually. He used to smoke 25 joints a day, he said. And I think what he meant to sing was wake and bake before you go. But he forgot. He was so high. Yeah. So before I go on, are there any midgets out there that maybe I can't see? They can't reach the camera.
Carmela.
Midgets are a lowbrow audience, and I want to do good jokes for them. All right. But there may be no midgets, but I'm still going to do a Beavis and Butthead joke. Beavis and Butthead is getting rebooted and brought into modern society, which I'm happy about because I want to see an episode about, during the COVID crisis, the beginning of the COVID crisis, because, what is Cornholio going to do? Because he needs TP for his bunghole. All right. That reference was not above your 8th grade. Excellent. All right. For the rest of my time, I can do Biden jokes, the Beavis and Biden routine. Notice Biden is the butthead in that comparison. Or coronavirus jokes, because we've reached a new chapter in the novel Coronavirus. We're in peace now, but I'm out of time. So next time, guys.
No, it's not fair. Oh, but you know what's fair.
Hey.
I know. What?
I just wanted to tell you real quick, if I may. I'm going to be taking. May I? I'm going to be taking a quick break from the late night mics because I have live shows here. I just wanted to tell everybody I'm going to miss everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be terrible, but I appreciate you taking care of yourself because honestly, you guys, that is number one. And if you ever are like tired and overworked and run down and you just want to like come and hang out and not do a set, like you are more than welcome to just come and hang out or just sleep. Like you don't even have to come, like respect your body first more than anything. And then also, James is going to be doing a set on Friday on Contagious. 15 minutes.
Exactly.
15 minutes. Yeah. So like
before my break, come see
more.
me.
You can have
like
much
a mega
more.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Friday. It's earlier. It's at 4 p.m. my time, 5 p.m. Eastern. So like he won't have to be up at 4 a.m. He'll have to be up at like 11 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy hour. Woo.
I don't know if Ralph got here necessarily or not. So Ami, you might be on deck. Our next comedian is from Cleveland, Ohio. Oh my goodness. I love alliteration. I'm BB and you are CC. Please put your hands together for Cole Clayton.
Hey everybody. Y'all hear me? Everybody hear me? All right, cool. Yeah. Big thing about me is I am a father. I have a 4-year-old son. I'm a stay-at-home dad. And people don't really tell you when you're a guy what to expect because they expect you to go to work. But my wife makes all of the money because I'm an unemployed comedian. So one of the big things that I've noticed about being a stay-at-home parent is your personal hygiene kind of suffers because you get PTSD from the bathroom. Every time you go in there, it's always something, whether there's piss on the toilet seat, the dog will be slathered in toothpaste, toilet paper everywhere. One of the biggest things that ever happened, it was kind of a big deal. My son, who's 4, he's still having kinks with potty training, and he shit himself, but he was embarrassed. He didn't want to tell me, so he decided to clean himself in the bathroom sink. There's no disposal in the bathroom sink. I had to take the drain out from underneath, and I'm not a handyman. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm basically the bitch of the house. I don't know these things. So I'm wrenching it out. Shit coming out. It's coming out. Wet, liquid, gross. And then I realized it's not all coming out. So I have to plunge plunge it out through the sink. I'm gagging, wanting to throw up. Mind you, I forgot to mention my son likes to go and play naked yoga in the morning, before I have coffee. And I have a golf course in my backyard. So my son comes to me and wants to apologize. Dad, I'm really, really, really sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. I look over at him and I say, bitch, if you don't just go outside and give the Epsteins and the D'Elias a show, while I clean this up, I'm going to just run away. I'm going to run away. I am a product of a fatherless household. I know how it works. I'll be very good at it. I'll just disappear. I don't care. Thank you guys. You guys have been great. I appreciate it.
Woo! Woo! Clayton, everybody. Put your stuff in the chat so they can follow you. You guys can make friends. And then the world will be better because we're all happy-ish. And at least we like kind of get people that get each other that know that we're not like all the time happy-ish, but we're trying really hard-ish. Yeah, you guys are so fun. You guys are fun. All of you are fun. Okay, wow. Everyone that's next on the list is fantastic. I just can't even say it enough. The next comedian, I just, if I try to make words, I might cry. I'm not going to do that. But Soul Sister, at least, wonderful, hilarious. Please put your hands together. Welcome,
I love the potty story of poop in the sink. I have a follow-up potty story. When I was younger, there was 4 of us total, and there was only one bathroom, and we're all vegetarians. We poop a lot. And one time my big brother was pooping, and we had one of those homes where you couldn't close the door. So like the door was open and I had to poop too. So like if there's nothing worse than having to poop, it's watching somebody else poop while you have to poop. Be grateful for your life right now. Okay, so do whatever you want. My mom gave me a plastic bag and she was like, Ummi, go into the bathtub and do your duty here. So what I think she meant was to poop in the bag and pee in the tub. 5-year-old me didn't know that. And I peed in the bag and I pooped in the tub. And, I just can't live with my siblings anymore, you know? Okay, we have weed stories. I'm pretty proud, especially in college, I was kind of proud of always having a weed stash. Like my beer might have been really shitty, but I tried to have weed. So when my friends came over, that we all got stoned. But, you know, as loans run out, and it's before. I had to do this grimy thing. I don't know if you remember this, but getting resin out of your bowl. Woo! So I made sure my friends had weed. It was a small black tarry substance, round. It fell off the table, and I went to go pick it up and throw it back in the bowl. And I went to hit it. I passed it to my friends. They said, Ummi. They looked down at the pipe, looked at me, and said, "You're smoking rabbit shits." And it gets you high. It gets you high.
No. How high? Is that good?
To leave on the positivity of vagina talk, my boss used to call her labia bun. She'd tell her daughter that she didn't have a vagina, she had a bun. So go wash your bun. And so I thought about my boss's area, but positive. Bye.
Yay! Yay! Woo! Cool. Yeah, you got like a bun with like maybe like lunch meat in it or like tomatoes.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be researching vulvas and stuff for a while. I feel like there's just a lot of material to play with. Like,
Oh my God.
I just want to like just unfold and go in and just like learn as much as I can. Wow, you guys saw it here just now on the backline. I'm Brooke. Ian, you're on deck. Our next
Word up.
comedian, also very, very funny, from San Francisco, making people laugh for probably his whole entire life. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Danny Dushy.
Yay. Woo. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you, Brooke. Always enjoy doing your shows. Hi, everybody. Yeah, hi, I'm Danny Dushy, and yeah, well, like I said, watching more TV, I guess, like everybody else does. You know that every year they have the Rochambeau contest in England, in London, England. They have the Rochambeau. It's a rock paper scissors contest. Yeah, they really do. It's an annual thing, and eventually the contest was won by Liam Neeson when he pulled out a gun. So there you go. Anyway. Oh, speaking of sports, so yeah, a while back I went to, I'm not a big tennis fan, but a friend of mine had an extra ticket to go see a tennis tournament. So I went, and you know when you sit on the sidelines, everybody follows the ball back and forth, you know, like this. Yeah, I do the same thing, but in the opposite direction. It makes faces at people. Yeah, somebody else. So that was my experience there. So, okay, this story. Right, so Superman is teaching his young super son how to cross the street. They look to the right, no car coming. They look to the left, no car coming. And as soon as they step off the curb, a truck falls on top of them. And then Superman looks up to the sky and says, "Ah, very funny, Supergirl." Yeah, so, okay, great. Yeah, so see, this is kind of weird. Okay, what is it? You know, this could be a Geico commercial. Okay, you know, most people assume that milking a cow is it's a relaxing thing. But imagine if the cow actually resists. You know, you got to chase the cow, trying to tackle it, trying to squirt some milk into the glass bottle while the cow just struggling. You know, maybe that could be a good Geico commercial. It goes, you know, "You're a rebel cow. Unlike other cows, you resist and struggle in giving up your milk. It's what you do." Okay. All right. That was weird. I'm not sure I'm having that one. So let's see what else. Oh, today I learned something. There is no crying in yoga. And, yeah, and also I learned that the rolling pin can also be used for cooking. Yeah. Okay, well, before I go, I'll play a tune from a classic piece from Carmen. See if you can read. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, couldn't find the clock. Okay, let's see, where's it? Oh, there. Oh, I had 15 seconds. Okay, cool. I just saw it now. So thanks, I'm Danny Dutchy. Bye, everybody.
I don't know what happened. There I am. I didn't do. What's going on? Why is it doing that? No, I did. I started my video, and then hi. But I'm here. I'm okay. Everything's fine. That was awesome. One more time for Danny Dushy.
Thank you, Brooke.
I feel like I'm a substitute teacher, and like if I was teaching him just for one day, right, I'd be like cool with him tapping and doing the pencil thing. But if I was his teacher every day, I bet I would have grabbed pencils out of his hand. And I'm sorry if teachers did that to you. You're fantastic and lovely. You make the world a sillier, more fun place. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. On deck is Kate Burrell. Our next comedian is from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, which if you look on the map and you could find the closest city to Omaha, Nebraska, that's it. Please put your hands together for Ian Ryland Smith. I see you're doing something. You must be as thirsty as I am, Ian.
I'm very thirsty. So insanely thirsty. Look what I'm drinking.
Water, yeah.
Worse than that, it's
It must be a good
Dasani.
influence.
It's Dasani, which is fucking disgusting. I'm so thirsty that I'm drinking Dasani. So I saw this cute girl today, and I was really nervous. I wanted to approach her and say something. It took me like 10 minutes, but I finally got the courage to approach her and say, "Can I get a chicken quesadilla with a soft shell beef taco and a large Diet Mountain Dew?" You guys thought I was talking about a girl, but I was talking still about a girl, but not romantically. Where's the clock? I don't want to look at you guys anymore. Now I have unlimited time because I can't see the clock.
Oh, technicality.
So, what generation comes after Gen Z? Do we go to Gen AA like an Excel document? Do we switch to letters? Do we just go to Gen 1? Or is Gen Z some cryptic bullshit about how this is humanity's last effort? I don't know. That would be stupid. All right, I'm going to do some really advanced Gen Z humor. I'm going to tell you guys jokes via telepathy. Here we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. I know. It is pretty weird to picture Miley Cyrus like that, but you guys can keep it along. This next one's an anecdote, so it might be a stretch.
I don't know.
Just wait for it.
That's too deep for me.
I haven't finished yet.
Oh. I get it.
There we go. Yes, there we go. No, I can't see. I want to take one last look at you guys. Beautiful.
Please put your hands together for Ian Ryland Smith, everyone. Very, very silly. Very different. We're all cut from separate cloths. Love it, love it, love it. If we were all the same, how boring would that be? How boring. On deck is Ralph. Our next comedian is from Phoenix, Arizona. She just wants people to follow her on Instagram. Like, that's all she's looking for. She's at Kate.Burrell. 2 R's, 2 L's, 1 E, and an O and a B. And then every other letter that you need. It's on the thing. Put a dot in there. Just follow her, you guys. She damn it. Please. There's just something in my throat, and I feel like if I start talking, I think I have this. If I was able to do that, I can do this. Right? Our next comedian is from Phoenix, Arizona, and is so funny, worth the follows, because she'll make you laugh and laugh and laugh like she's gonna do it right now, but no pressure. No. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Kate Burrell.
I am Kate Burrell. I too have water.
Woo!
Not Dasani. My boyfriend has requested that I call him Daddy. I told him he couldn't afford that title. My lifestyle is expensive. I looked at his tax return and he didn't list me as a dependent. So I was like, you can't call me. I can't call you Daddy. I can't. Men like to say, I think, therefore I am. But I look at those men and think, but what organ do you think you're thinking with? I saw a guy tell his buddy outside Walmart, I can't breathe with my mask on. It puzzled me. I thought he couldn't breathe because he's a smoker. People are surprised to learn that I am a Christian. Ex-Christian. I messed it up. People aren't sure what to think when I reveal I grew up Christian. I learned that some things in church, 10 Commandments, scriptures, how to nail a half-naked guy to somewhere. Like, does anyone have any nails? I'll just nail the half-naked guy. Leave him there for 3 days. At what point does LGBTQ plus become another subscription service that I'm paying for? Anyway, I woke up to a text that says, "Hi, I miss you." And I thought, oh, that's sweet. Let me see who sent that. It was sent by the Duolingo app. Duolingo is just like, hable español conmigo. And I'm like, no, this clingy owl wants me to do Spanish at 4 a.m. I just want to go back to sleep. I woke up. Speaking of birds, I read KFC is launching vegan fried chicken in their California locations. That must be great for Californians. They haven't had chicken in a while. Like, they're gonna eat this and then they're gonna be like, this tastes like chicken. I mean, okay, we're all familiar with Beyond Meat, and I wonder if there's an option for cannibals called Beyond Human. You know, a cannibal eats their meal and they're like, I can't believe this isn't a real human. I can't believe this was made from plants. Should go in the market for that. I think I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a personal story. So I wasn't invited to parties growing up because nobody wanted to invite me because everybody was afraid that I would bring my brother who had autism as a +1 to these parties. And my brother passed away like about 3 years ago. Imagine my son.
Sad, and you're outside of time.
Wait. Oh.
Lucky she'll put it in the chat. If you're lucky, you'll stick around because in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 4 comedians, we're gonna have a bonus round. We're each gonna get another minute. We're gonna go like, I hit my elbow. I'm gonna shut the drawer. Then that won't happen. I like to speak with my hands, and they're not even in the frame, but they're still moving. So then you're gonna get to see everybody again. They're all gonna give you another little taste, another little sprinkle, another little It's like you got to taste everything, and then you get to taste it again, but like not quite as much, but like enough. But like maybe you'll get to hear the rest of her joke. Maybe something else. I don't know. My name's Brooke, so it means that I babble. It's like in my cool. On deck is Alex Portillo. Our next comedian is from, how did I mess that up? Never mind. That's weird. I got her information mixed up with Paula's information. Maybe Paula is supposed to be here too. And there's no Mary? Maybe that's what happened. Because I have Paula's information. Because Paula's from Humboldt County, California. I think Stephanie is from Eureka, California. Yeah. So, weird. Cool. Is Alex? I don't see a camera ready for Alex. If Alex has his camera ready, he'll be next. Mary, I don't know if Mary's here. So Mary might not be on deck. And then we've got Nick Lindemann, and then we've got Annalise, and then we just got a bonus round of fun. Yeah, I see you. And I see you. Okay, cool. There's just not a Paula, and there's just not a Mary. But we've got Stephanie, and then we've got Alex on deck. Okay. Cool. Our next comedian from Eureka, California. Sorry about all of that. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Stephanie Knowles.
I don't know about you, but during coronavirus and other times in life, I've had to eat so much ramen noodles that I could literally fill a fucking swimming pool with ramen noodles. It's kind of a terrible thing, but I ate so much ramen that I developed an love for it. Because what's that delicious smell coming from the kitchen? That's ramen cooking for my stomach. What's that ingredient listed on the package? MSG, mystery flavor happen. I thank my microwave for filling me up today. I can't help but eat the stuff because I ain't got money for anything else. Oh no, if you were me, you'd eat that ramen too. You'd eat that ramen too. You'd eat those noodles too. Oh, if you were me, you'd eat that ramen too. You'd eat that ramen too. You'd eat those noodles too. We walking looking hungry, but we ain't got much money. We used to go buy booze too, but my broke ass, and I'm really broke. Oh shit, I forgot the words right there, so I'm just gonna riff again. And rich people thinking it's a joke when I add my egg yolk. I thank my microwave. Me up today. I can't help but eat the stuff because I ain't got money for anything else. Oh no. Oh, I'm so broke that I can't even buy beer anymore on Dollar Beer Day if there was a Dollar Beer Day because it's a coronavirus and we're all stuck inside. That was an old joke, and now I realize I can't use that joke. I'm so broke that one time I just like had a bowl of spaghetti and I really, really wanted some Parmesan cheese. So I just kind of tilted over my spaghetti bowl and went like this. Who knew that they actually make Parmesan from people's dandruff? Never, y'all don't want to learn the sources of food. And with only 30 seconds left, I am going to go ahead and give back the room the rest of the time.
Well, that's convenient. Please put your hands together for Stephanie. Convenient because if she would have said something else, I might have forgotten what I was going to tell you. When I sometimes I'll break out in hives or, accidentally burn myself with turpentine, and then I'll peel, and then I'll shake, 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 and smell. It's so gross. And then I have to sweep. I guess you would call it shoveling. It's just a dermatitis joke. Kind of itchy. I don't like it. Okay, our next comedian, I think it's his first time here, if I know correctly. If he's been here before, I apologize. I see a lot of comedians. I do this mic, I host another mic, and then I go to a lot of them, right? That's kind of how I meet a lot of these people, is I go to a lot of them too. And then there's just some people really, really stick out. What I'm just hoping for is that I didn't say too much and this is just your first time. So please put your hands together. Welcome from New York City, Ralph Anthony.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, Brooke, it's cool, dude. I smoke a lot of weed, so it's fine. Yeah, thumbs up, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. I forget the ones that I go to. I forget the mics I go to, so it's no worries. Yeah, I've been here before. It's fucking aces, man. I feel like since you guys don't know me, I should probably just let you know that I'm sober. I'm sober, but I am
from what?
Yeah, I'm comedian sober. I'm comedian sober. It's different than sober. I still smoke weed and drink. I just don't do coke anymore. So that's how that goes. I love booze. I love weed. Sober people scare me though. Sober people really scare me. Not the people that get sober. If you get sober, good for you. Fantastic. Thumbs up. Star on the fridge. Sober people scare me, man, because this world is too hard to not get hopped up. You need something to numb all this pain. If you don't drink, you don't smoke, then you got a weird internet browser history. Like something about you. You need to get fucked up. Listen, you might not be into doing hard shit. Maybe you don't want to do coke. Maybe you don't want to do mushrooms, but you need a little weed. And everybody needs a little weed, man. It comes from the earth. It's good for you. It's good to smoke a little weed. Just look at all the groups around in this country that are causing all this shit, causing all these problems, man. People are like the NRA, these Bible hugging, Second Amendment gun toting people. Like, if anybody needs fucking weed, it's these people. Okay, they need to calm the fuck down. Okay, life is not that serious. Just calm the fuck down. Listen, I don't know if weed will cure racism, but I know it'll prevent somebody from shooting up a church or a school. That's that. I definitely do know that. I've read these articles, man. I'm not saying that smoking marijuana will help you find love, but I know it'll help. I know it'll help prevent you from finding all the bullets for your gun. That's for sure. I am an older. I'm in my 30s. So I find it funny that people in their 30s want to give millennials shit. Like, we always have a problem with millennials. We always want to get on them and make fun of them for what they're doing. We think it's idiotic and stupid for them to pay $500 to go to Coachella. Yet we were okay with spending hundreds of dollars to getting tattoos put on our lower back. You know. They'll give millennial problems for going to have a beautiful experience, but they will be okay with putting a tramp stamp, a bullseye at the bottom of their back. Like, here's a fun fact. If you put your ear to a girl's tramp stamp, you can actually hear her daddy issues. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
Put your hands together for Ralph Anthony. Yes, I do agree. I think, yeah, it could definitely help calm a lot of people down.
Right.
Mayor of Omaha, Nebraska, and well, Pete Ricketts thinks that he like, honestly, like, I don't know if he's our mayor or governor or something like that, but he thinks it's the like that reefer madness, like it makes you insane, you know, and it's like, yeah,
he's our local dickhead.
Thank you, our local dickhead. Speaking of our local dickhead, I'm just kidding. He's so sweet. Our next comedian, he used to live here, and then he moved to California, which very much explained is a very long state, and he doesn't live somewhere. He lives somewhere specific, and it's cool because it rhymes with his last name. Please put your hands together. Did he draw them on? Okay, anywho, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Alex Portillo.
Woo! Woo! I don't know what you're talking about, this whole drawn on thing. I have no idea what you're talking about. My name is Alex, and I live in Camarillo. And yes, it rhymes with my last name, and I think it's such a cool thing. The town I live in. How many of you ever heard of Camarillo, California? Anybody? I mean, other than me. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about my new town that I lived for 2 years. Recently, it made the news because we actually had a Black Lives Matter protest in town. You know, it was a big deal. 100 people showed up. So what caused it was the city council had like a vote to adopt a resolution that said, you know, Black Lives Matter. A lot of surrounding towns, like the county seat, which is Ventura, is the main city in the county that I live in, Ventura County. Imagine that. County in the city in the same name. Anyway, they passed a resolution saying, you know, Black Lives Matter, and that like passed unanimously. But it was like a 3-2 decision not to do Black Lives Matter. So, you know, 100 people got into an uproar. So that was like, you know, and we only got like 60,000 people here, which is like a small town for California. So that was a huge deal, you know. That was like the biggest thing that happened in Camarillo since the mountains caught on fire a couple years ago. You know? Yeah. So, I don't know if that's really funny, but that's just, you know, what Camarillo. But it doesn't surprise me that Camarillo wouldn't pass Black Lives Matter because, like, the population here, even though the town's got like a Spanish name, it's a very white and affluent town, and people are really into some guy called Adolf Camarillo. Okay, different Adolf, not the one you're thinking of. But yeah, it is pretty conservative. A lot of military veterans and farmers and stuff. So it tends, you know, those professions tend to be a little bit more conservative, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. But you know, Camarillo's known for there's a couple celebrities, like Kaylee Cuoco is actually born and raised here. Sketch comedian, YouTube comedian Trevor Wallace, he's pretty hilarious. He's from here. They're both white. But anyway, yeah, Camarillo, I guess, is known for two things. Like from people from LA know is the town that used to have the insane asylum. So I think I fit right in, you know, like, looking the way I do. I fit in Camarillo because yeah. So yeah, come to Camarillo. They actually shut down the mental hospital, and now it's but they repurposed it as a university. And yeah, come to Camarillo someday. It's great.
Please put your hands together one more time for Alex Portillo. It says that I'm spotlit, but like it doesn't look like it's. I don't know what's going on. Do you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. It is all that matters, you guys. We are getting close. We are getting so close. We are almost to our bonus round. Yeah. But not quite. We still got a couple more firecrackers for you guys. Are you ready to watch the fireworks? Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you guys again for making this so fun. Like, I know that I'm fun, but it helps when the energy is returned. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You're okay. Our next comedian is from Seattle. Graced us with her presence last week. Kind of made us laugh really hard. So, you know, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Mary Strafford.
Hi. So, can you hear me? Oh, there I am. So I'm a mom. I'm hiding from my two kids right now, actually. And they are so mean. They will tell me that my singing voice hurts their ears, but then they'll turn around and watch 2 hours of a YouTube video of some weirdo playing the butt trumpet. Yeah, you should see some of the shit I let them watch. Talking dogs, friendly pirates, Dr. Phil. And before the kids shows start, these days they like to say what the show's going to teach your kid, like math or science. And I'm like, can we just teach them how to wipe their ass until it's clean? Because that would be useful. They're so messy. And I don't know if I'm the only mom that does this thing where suddenly the mess gets to be too much and then you freak out and you target all the McDonald's toys for elimination. I call it an ethnic cleansing. Am I bipolar? I don't know. I go back and forth on that. But I do know I do know that my dad kind of messed me up a little. He really gave me character, I guess. I don't know. I went on a boat with my dad once, and before we got on the boat, he's Mr. Safety. He's like, no, it's real important to follow rules. If you don't follow the rules, you could lose an arm or you could even die. Do you know what death is? And I mean, that really kind of ruined It's a Small World for me. That was just last month. No, I lied about that. They're closed. He's pretty technologically inept. He's so technologically inept that his butt dialed me 3 times while I was at work. This is a true story. And what's worse, it was video chat. I didn't need to see that. So before the pandemic, I joined Planet Fitness. Talk about an illogical place. They have a huge sign on the wall that says, welcome to the judgment-free zone. But then they have an alarm that they set off if you grunt too loudly during your exercise routine. And I actually set it off, which isn't fair because I wasn't even exercising. Yeah, I was on the recumbent bike having sex with my personal trainer. We turned that stationary into a tandem. Now, I don't climb the rock wall at the gym, but I do climb the shelves at the grocery store because short people like expensive liquor too. That's my time.
Woo!
Stafford from Seattle. Thank you. We have
Thank you.
2 more comedians, then we get a bonus round where we're gonna get another more minute. That was all fun. That was a lot packed in. I love it. Okay. We got 2 more. I got this. I got a facial over the weekend. Like not like the fun, super fun kind, but like a pretty fun kind. Like she had gloves on and like rubbed my face and just like massaged my face for like an hour, and like it felt so nice because doing this is a lot of work for my face, you know. All right, our next comedian has been helping me so that I can just, you know, do this. Making sure that you guys are here, saying this person's not here yet, and you know, I still made mistakes, but what if he wasn't here? That would have been funny. No, it would have been You're wonderful. And also funny. And from Chicago. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen the very, very funny Nick Lindemann.
Thank you, Brooke, for having us as always. So I used to be a lot heavier. And 2 summers ago, I tried to run a Tough Mudder and came very close to dying. I mean, not really metaphorically, but I was very worried that systems were going to fail, and it was just terrible. And I said to myself, hey, what if you didn't eat so much trash all the time? And sticking to that simple diet, magically a whole bunch of weight came off, 75 pounds, in fact. I went from 260 to 185. And that means that there was one glorious day, where it was the first day in years and years, where I stepped on the scale, and that first number was a 1 instead of a 2. And that day, in fact, was 1 year ago today. So in honor of that anniversary that I just made up earlier today, I'm going to tell a fat joke I wrote 2 years ago that I got to retire because I lost too much weight to still tell it. You guys want to hear it?
Yes.
Here it goes. I had a bad week this week. I was a little stressed out, a little tense, and I did what I always do when I need a little pick-me-up. I like to go to Walmart and go clothes shopping. Now, not clothes buying, because the clothes are terrible, but I like to go clothes shopping, and I'll tell you why. When I go to the average clothier, I might get the mistaken impression that I am an extra large male. Nope. According to the good folks from Central Arkansas, I'm a slightly husky preteen. That's a nice little ego boost before I buy the 5-pound pail of cheese balls. Luckily, I had to stop telling that joke a while ago. So, with no segue at all, I'm going to talk about eating pussy. So, with some friends, we're talking about eating pussy, and he says this. He says, hey, you write the alphabet with your tongue. I'm like, with your tongue in cursive. Like, I don't know cursive. Like, I went to public school. No one even tried to teach me cursive. Like, I would have no idea what to do. And I thought, what have I been doing? Have I just going all willy-nilly with no plan at all? Somewhere along the line, I started doing the Contra cheat code without even realizing it. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start, repeat as necessary. I'm telling you, it worked pretty damn good almost every single time. And I know what you're thinking. I think I know what the B and the A are, but what's a select start? I'm not going to do all the heavy lifting for you. I got to keep a few secrets for myself. Figure it out. You know, if you get there, she'll let you know. That's what I wanted to work on this week. I'm going to give just a little bit of time back to the room, too. Maybe we get 2 bonus rounds. Thank you very much. Oh,
it's cool. It's cool. I had a mouthful of food. It's fine.
For one time.
I understand wanting the bonus rounds. I got it. We have one more comedian. She's so funny. She got her children to bed, it looks like. I'm very excited to hear what she's been working on. I know in real life we wear the same size shoes. She does improv, and she works at the Backline. And she's a lawyer. She's really, really cool. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Annalise Wright.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you so much. So Brooke said I do all the things. Well, I get really tired. I have to wear mascara so I don't look dead. I have anxiety. It's not really bad, but every time something good happens, I think something really bad is going to happen. So if my kids behave, I think there's going to be a big Kool-Aid stain on the floor in like 5 minutes. Or if I get a bonus at work, I think I'm going to be in a car accident the next day. Or, you know, if Christmas goes really good, I think somebody I love is gonna die. So now that we're in this situation where everything is really shitty, you know, I think something fantastic is going to happen. It flipped around on me, so I actually think good things are going to happen. I think maybe I'm going to get to date Ryan Gosling. You know, one time I thought he was flirting with me. He said, hey, girl, And I was like, oh my God. And I said, hey, back. He said, no, not you. Your little girl was waving at me. It sucks to be a mom. So with absolutely no segue, like Nick did it, I'm switching to another joke I'm working on. Online, I watched a video of a woman pole dancing for Jesus. So yeah, it was fucking awesome. So I wanted to know what they taught at that church, and I think I might have figured it out. I think they teach that the Holy Trinity was a threesome, that Jesus turned water into lube, and that the crucifixion was supposed to be a little light bondage, but Jesus forgot the safe word. So, needless to say, people who do comedy, including myself, are really fucking weird. Yeah. So, we're weird in part because we want weird shit to happen to our friends and family so we can go talk about it on stage. So I want my friends to get so high that they go to the grocery store parking lot and are masturbating wearing a gorilla mask and get caught by the cops. That's what I want to happen.
I did it one time.
Would I wish these things on my friends? It makes writing greeting cards awkward. So it's like my Nana's birthday card said this: I hope you have a great birthday. I'm giving you a Pornhub subscription for your phone. I hope you leave it on during church accidentally. Love you. Kisses. That's all for me, guys.
Woo! Back from Omaha. Wow, we made it. We made it through. And look, we're kind of hungry for more. We're like, I got words. I got ideas. I got funnies to share and jokes that I actually kind of forgot. And then I was like, oh no, I have jokes. I have jokes written all over the place. So whenever you're ready, Natalie, I'll just go. I just don't get sick. I get cut colds, which is nice. It's pretty nice, actually. I don't tell dick jokes, you guys. I just tell compliments. Or dick seriouses. I mean, I'll make a Minora deal out of it, but I'll also make a Majora deal. That one I just made up. Was that good?
Yeah, I like it.
I do like peonies. I probably said that earlier today. Like, COVID-19. I thought he was 30. Oh yeah, I'm gonna randomly spotlight you, and then it's your turn. You have a minute. You're just gonna do your thing for that whole minute. The timer's in the window. You can see it just like as it's been all night. You don't have a warning, so you got to pay attention. That's the exciting thing. It could be you. It could be you. It could be you. But it's you.
I was gonna make this whole thing. While the whole show was going on, I made a Baybel candle. And since I have this second to tell you, I got heckled by a guy jacking off on the Zoom the other night. And he was like yelling during the whole thing too. And instead of like freaking out, I was singing my jack off on the bus song. So I just started going, could you please not jack off on our Zoom in the room? Could you not jack off on our Zoom in the room?
He's like, I'm gonna jack
God,
off.
Harry balls, could you not jack off on the Zoom in the room? Thank you. And they finally got him off it. Yeah, they really got him off. And that's it for me.
Ralph.
Yo. Oh shit. Ha. I should have smoked. All right. All right. I think it's funny. We have smartphones, smart TVs, and smart cars, but a lot of dumb people are using them. You know, we've gotten so reliant on technology that we don't even think anymore. Do you guys remember thinking? Like, I don't even know. Can we think anymore? You know, every time I turn around, I'm getting dry humped by a new gadget, new thing that I gotta buy. Listen, we text on smartphones, we watch smart TVs and drive smart cars, but we don't stop there. We wear smart watches while hanging out in smart homes, which are located in smart cities, and each house is stocked with a smart washer, a smart dryer, and a smart refrigerator that's filled with smart water, and yet we all sound so fucking stupid.
Whoa.
The only smart people that are out there are the ones convincing us that we need to buy all these smart things. All right, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Woo, 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 woo. Ralph Anthony.
Hey. Don't you hate when you at work and you gotta take a shit? Trying to read about it, right? And so you'll flush the stool thinking that the stool flush is gonna, cover up any sounds that come with it. But then the water go too fast and you be like, oh shit. Or don't you hate when you know it's somebody in there, like they at the sink and they washing their hands, but they taking their time with it and you sitting there trying to hold it in because you don't want to just, let it all out and shit. But then they take it so long and then you just have to go into that demonic bathroom voice. I always get them. I'll be like, bitch, get out. Get out, bitch. Your life, bitch. That's my time. Good night, y'all. Have a good night. Good night.
Oh, I did the same thing, dude.
What? I'm sorry, it's my turn.
Oh.
Don't hook up with strangers you meet at Burger King.
Wow.
Especially if it's from Yik Yak. This was years ago. There's more to that story, but I don't have enough time. That's just like a little preview, I guess. All right, I'm good now.
You could have told us a lot more, so at least a little bit more, anyway.
Maybe next week.
Oh, I feel like Tevas are the universal mating call for lesbians under 50. And I have this theory that hiking is like the perfect aphrodisiac for lesbians because it's like the one time that all the blood rushes to your fingers. That's a really gay joke that the men are going to be really jealous. It's like a penis pump for your fingers. It's the one. Okay. All right, moving on. I think dads and lesbians have more in common than you think. Maybe you'll like this a little better. Like baggy shorts, strappy sandals. You have to fuck moms at some point. The problem with moms is like they're clearly not gay, and like they get touched out and like attentioned out and shit, and like you have to transition from fuckboy to father, and I don't want to do that, so I'll just be a dog dad instead.
Oh. Sorry. And then you probably don't. You want to?
Hey, shit, I wasn't, okay. So people have been telling weed stories tonight, and I'm gonna tell an acid story instead. So one of the first times I did acid, I was listening to music as one would do, and I put on this remix of this track, and I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my God, how have I never listened to this? This is amazing. How did I not notice all of these time signatures? This is incredible. I can't believe I've had this CD for so many years, I didn't hear it. There's a knock on my door, and my roommate says, so Arvin, are you going to change the song because it's been skipping for the last 45 minutes? So that's a true acid story. So one more thing, we're having another outbreak in Pennsylvania, and there's a lot of people who aren't wearing masks, and it's really infuriating, but I know how to deal with them now. I just walk by and cough. And I just make their day worse.
Lanky.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Due to COVID, I have become so good at one thing, sleeping. Like yesterday, I slept for 20 hours until my bed got so tired and angry. It stood up. It was like, get up. Okay. I can't see the timer, so I don't know.
36 seconds.
Okay. Oh, 36 seconds. Okay, that's a lot of time. Well. What am I gonna laugh? Make jokes at? Okay. My friend was like, I hate Nazi. I was like, just chill. I mean, Nazi in Kenya, it's a fruit, it's a coconut, man. 15 seconds. Okay. That's it from me.
Oh, yeah. So I took my car out for a car wash in a Brazilian wax. And when I got my car back, all the carpets were gone. So I was thinking a good way to make tennis, doubles tennis, more exciting is instead of having both players on the same team on each side of the court, have the opposing players of the teams on the same side of the court, and then I would call that tackle tennis. Just a thought. So okay, let's see what else. So did you hear about the ghost who committed suicide? They donated his body to seance. Cool. What do you call two ants who run away to get married? Antelope. Okay, right. That's my time.
Okay. So I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, like particularly in like elementary school. It turns out that the proper response to "Why are you so clumsy?" is not to say that your dead dad is just still trying to abuse you from his grave.
What?
Like, it's super shocking coming from the 25-year-old that's like processed her trauma and gone through her therapy. Hearing it from an 8-year-old is fucking unsettling. Like, oh good Lord, where's your adult? Is it safe to get your adult? That's another question. Yeah. That's all I got. Thank you.
All right, yeah, let's call out the motherfuckers on daddy issues. Okay, so thank everybody who has that sugar daddy. People have sugar daddies. That's fine. None of my business. Do you? I think everybody should have a Santa Claus. I don't believe in sugar daddies personally, because Santa Claus gives things to people without expecting anything in rectum return. I think daddy issues get too much attention. What about mother issues? What about sister issues? Any lesbians in the audience? Bisexual ladies? Hey. Women want sisters as much as they want fathers, okay? I used to date people that reminded me of my father. I learned that wasn't the best choice. Never mind. Okay, fuck the daddy issues.
So I don't understand caffeine-free Red Bull and why that's a thing. I mean, talk about not reading the mission statement. It's like, hey, what if we take out the one ingredient that occurs naturally in nature? It's like, so all petroleum products, great. I mean, are there really that many bros walking into the 7-Eleven going, totally want to desecrate my body a little bit tonight. Like we do have that, 9 a.m. meeting. Like, so caffeine-free Red Bull, that'll work. I don't get it. Also, I think more often than not, bangs and goatees are kind of the same thing. Usually it's someone saying, this is all the effort I'm going to put into my personality for the next little bit. Why don't you check back in about 12 weeks? Maybe I'll be doing better. Check on me then. I'm Nick Lindemann. You guys have been great. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm gonna finish that joke that I didn't get to finish earlier. So, as I was saying, I wasn't invited to parties growing up because no one wanted my +1 to be my brother who had autism, and he died like 3 years ago. So imagine my shock when I learned, like, after he died, I still am not invited to parties. One quick joke. I like my sex like I like my pizza, but my boyfriend doesn't. Too much yeast. I'm Caperel.
Caperel.
Oh, I moved to Bucharest when my beautiful Romanian wife mail ordered me. I actually told that joke at a feedback mic last night, and there was one feedbacker who was like, "Is that true? Are you really like a mail order husband?" And I made some joke or something. He's like, "No, I'm serious. Like, did she buy you?" Like, he really meant it as an honest question. I'm like, okay, that's where's Natalie? I'm like, I don't have a joke for that. I just can't believe it. I'm in disbelief. Okay, still trying to find Natalie. Where are you? There you are. Excellent. So I get to live my lifelong dream of being a vampire in Romania, but not because they're immortal. I already believe I'm immortal, and I'm gonna believe that until the day I die. Thank you guys. Good night.
What's going on? So is anybody else 5 feet and like 3 inches and guys come up to me and say, "I can't wait to spin you"? I'm not a fucking dreidel. Why do you gotta spin me for? I don't come up to guys and be like, "Rip it out, let me see what you got going on." That's fucking gross. But then I thought about it, it's like during COVID, now I want to get spin like a top. Who's up? Who's up next? That's what I want to do. Just spin me all night. I don't care. And I have a weak stomach, so make sure you don't feed me. Not like the gremlins, but just don't feed me. Yeah. I'm ready for it. Oh, and this is the one time you could pull my hair. It comes right off. Don't worry about it. I'm off of the hair pulling. But remember, guys, I pull hair too. And it's okay. If it's on the top or on the bottom, I'm pulling. Thank you.
Oh, hey, everybody. Yeah, so more about Camarillo. So my band is having a fundraiser at Presto Pasta tomorrow. So if you stop by there from like 5 until like 8, I think, 20% of your total order goes towards the thing, the Presto Pasta on Daily Drive, between Arnil and Carmen. You can see it from the freeway. You can't miss it. It's right there. For those of you who don't know what Presto Pastas is, it's like Fazoli's, but most of you are familiar with Fazoli's. It's an Italian fast food chain, but it's slightly better. I don't know. It's a good place. So Presto Pasta. Oh man, what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, drugs. Everybody seems to be doing drugs these days, like weed. Somebody had an acid story. Let me tell you my Benadryl story. So like I'm 6'1", like 180 pounds.
How about no?
Okay.
Ooh, it's my turn. Okay. So I thought of a way to deal with anti-maskers that I use. I pretend to be blind. I put on the dark glasses. I carry the stick, and then I thwack the fuck out of anybody without a mask at the grocery store. So, on a totally unrelated note, my kids recently taught me a strategy for dealing with insomnia. You kick and scream and flail for 20 minutes. Then afterwards, you pass right out. Brooke also taught me the same strategy for dealing with insomnia, but it also involves a 69.
What? Not your children.
Not your children. Anyway, I wasn't really that prepared. Thank you.
Okay. Woo! Wow.
Oh yeah.
My gosh, what has just occurred? Wow. Please put your hands together for yourselves. For me.
Woo!
Thank you. And for Natalie.
Yeah,
Woo! Yeah.
And all the viewers that watched, thank you.
Thank you, viewers.
Have fun.